All right, it is Wednesday, February 21st, and we're back out in the garage. Still waiting on a bunch of little parts to come in, a lot of stuff for the brake lines here, a lot of different fittings. Waiting on those to come in so I can get everything hooked up and then mounted up there. Obviously waiting on the engine block to get finished at the machine shop. Tomorrow I'm going to take my drive shaft with me to get it balanced because it had a weight get knocked off of it quite a while ago, and then I also replaced the yoke on it, and ever since it's just had terrible vibration. So it's getting balanced. I'm taking that tomorrow. I got all my stuff for my transmission. I can do that. I've got most everything done to the car other than, again, that brake stuff to do. So I got parts coming for that. And then a few other things. I got some parts coming so that we can refab the exhaust when we get the motor back in. Yeah, little things here and there. So we're going to keep working on the 400 for right now. I don't have to get it done, but I don't have a whole lot of other stuff to do other than like transmission and then the brakes here, and then wait for the engine to come back. So I've got this. It's on my engine stand. I might as well get it as cleaned up as I can because I've got the time, basically. So I'll have plenty of time to do the transmission, and I'm not quite ready to tear into that yet. So anyway, we've got a more aggressive hone. So how this works is you turn this guy. Okay, so I'm going to loosen it up. Obviously, it loosened up because it dropped down in there. So if you pull up on this guy, you can adjust all four jaws in and out until you get the correct size, more or less, and then it drops down onto those little splines there. You can loosen this up more if you need to get a little bit more out of it. There we go. So now you tighten this top nut up, and it'll further adjust everything in the cylinder. And now you get your 1/2-inch chuck drill on here, which I've got a pretty heavy duty one here. Pardon me. And you spin it after you put some oil in here. And you go up and down and you hone it out until it's where you want it to be. So I've got that bore gauge. This one's got a little bit of nasty to clean up on this side here. And then this one's got some down here and some over here. And we're going to try and smooth all that out. Take a couple, maybe 1/1000th out of here to get it all cleaned up. But this back bore, I think, is going to be just fine. Might need the ring ridge reamed just a little bit out of it. But otherwise it cleaned up good. And it's got a finish hone on it already. But after I do the ring ridge, I'll probably redo that. And then this front cylinder as well, cleaned up real nice. So that one's going to be good to go. So we're going to do these two in the middle, and then we're going to hit the other side. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. So I guess I forgot to film kind of an outro for this video of honing the 400 block a little further. But basically what we did is we took that more aggressive hone and cleaned up the two cylinders that were the worst, which were on bank 2. They were cylinder 4 and cylinder 6 were probably the worst of all 8 of them. But we cleaned those up. They had the deepest scoring in them, which was it was less than 0.02 of an inch. So we were able to hone that out of there, and then we refinished them with the flex hone, the dingle ball hone, and then did the same thing with the other side. And bank 1 was a whole lot cleaner than bank 2, which is surprising because that was the bank that had the piston that was seized the worst in it. But that was due to the spun bearing, not something in the bore. But anyway, they all cleaned up really good, and we're not going to have to send it to a machine shop for boring, so that's good. And then I used the bore gauge to make sure that we didn't have too much taper at the bottom of the cylinder bores. And there's a certain specification for that. I'm not sure what it was, but I'm not sure exactly what that specification is, but I tried to make sure it was very close to 0, within a couple 100,000ths of 0. So yeah, that's it for that video.